Yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
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 Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Hi, it's me. I'm here between those two.
Yeah, that's a very good introduction, Olga.
Yeah, exactly.
So what should I say? Hi, it's me at
Yeah,
this
hi,
side
it's
at
me.
the
I'm Olga, and I'm here because those awesome girls invited me. And yeah, we will have a cool chat. I'm a little bit stressed. Still didn't get used to Facecam. But I have a chat down here. It's not like I'm super shy and I'm looking down. I just see, yeah, people joining. Hi, Asha. Hi, Teddy. Hi, Christiana. Hi, Karen and Tiffany. And yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So, what do we
Okay.
start with?
Oh, we start with whatever you want to start with, Olga. Today is a free, what do I say? Free zone chat. I don't know what to say. I mean,
Yeah, we can start with ranting about DHL because my parcel still didn't arrive and I still didn't get any info from them. And I'm really, pissed about not having my supplies here. And everyone else already had those stuff. And I
so
ordered them as a one of first. And it's
so
unfair.
no, but if it makes you happy, I also ordered them. And when Nikki went to the post office, they refused to take the parcel to India. So now my package has been shipped to Nunu to Spain first,
Yes.
and then from Spain, she's going to ship it to me.
Yeah. And the most
Oh,
amazing thing is that I also have a person from Nikki coming to my house. It didn't arrive yet. And the same day, I sent a parcel to Ali, and it didn't arrive to India yet. So somebody is having a lot of fun with our supplies, I guess.
I will sound like total millennial, but I see, like crafty parcel conspiracy. Somebody knows that we are sending over the supplies and they just target
I
I
agree.
agree. I
It's a
agree.
conspiracy.
us.
It's a bigger conspiracy here. Okay. With-
Okay, because apparently my mic is weird. Thank you. So now we have to switch this one off.
Off. Yeah, this one will switch off and we will.
Karen is asking me. I don't know why they refuse to ship to India. I'm guessing it's because of the pandemic, just from where Nikki was sending it. Because
Okay,
Spain,
do I sound better?
Yes.
yeah, yes.
Okay, great.
Phones too. I can take them.
Where did Olga go? Oh, she disappeared.
He disappeared. Okay.
She'll
Meanwhile,
be back.
we can talk about the fucking system, mail system.
Okay,
That,
wait. She's here.
Conspiracy again. Yeah, because I just wanted to say that I'm strongly not recommending buying earbuds
AirPods.
from Amazon, and it just kicked me off from the stream as soon as I put it up. So, yeah, just saying. For the next stream, I'm wearing the tinfoil hat.
Oh,
okay, so let's get started. Olga, tell us a little bit about you. Where do you come from? How did you start crafting? Those basic things.
Okay, so I'm Polish. We live in Germany, and I have German surname, so it's a little bit confusing for a lot of people. But yeah, we are like completely Polish. My husband is Polish, and our kid is Polish as well. With him, it's the hardest to guess because he has a weird accent right now in each language. But uh, yeah, that's what you get for international upbringing. And yeah, I started crafting when I was pregnant. I had nothing better to do. I was not allowed to like move a lot. I supposed to just sit at home and rest. And after 2 months of resting, I was so tired with resting that I started to look for just something to do. And I came across some handmade stuff, and I was doing jewelry before, so it just like, you know how internet works. You go to the forum, somebody posts something. I saw scrapbook albums made by Polish girl. Her name is Karola Witczak. I'm sure that you know her. Now she's having the Mintai brand. Back then, she was crafting really amazing baby albums, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's so cool and it's handmade. Maybe I can do something similar." And that's how it started, and it just never stopped, basically.
Yeah, the back bit by you.
Yeah, exactly. I catch it, and it was like traditional scrapbooking for a really long time. And then I started to slowly transfer to mixed media, and now I would never go back, to be honest.
I think we all have been through that.
Do that, exactly.
Not only that, when I look at my old artwork, because every time when we are in Poland and I visit my mom, there is my personal gallery. She have every single freaking make that I ever gave her, and they are all on the walls. Like whole apartment is just, Olga's work from different stages. So yeah, so sometimes I look at them and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy that nobody knows that this exists.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah, because if you think about it, think about one of your first makes. I was excited card maker. I was doing like punch of flower, stacked on the piece of paper, and that was already handmade card. And I was super proud to give it to my mom, like, yeah, mom, I did it, like 4-year-old with the picture. Mom, look at that. Yeah, and now, no, 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 just
But have
no.
you,
It's
but
like
have
when
you,
you take your first art journal book and you look at it and you think, how could I be proud of this? Oh my gosh. How?
Yeah, I think that, this memory of being so proud
yeah.
of certain things makes the feeling even worse. One of my first mixed media artworks, I won with that. It was Altered Tin, and it was a contest, and I won the prize from the shop because everyone voted on that, and I was so proud. And yeah, a few days ago, I was looking for something in my basement, and I found that box because I keep some junk in it in the basement. And I looked at it, and I was like, "Wow, it stays in the basement. Nobody will ever see that." No, just no, no,
I think
no.
when I move next month, I will be throwing a lot of stuff, so nobody can know about my past. I should do in the internet to delete a lot of things.
It's true
You
though.
know,
It happens.
unfortunately, I'm afraid that if you ever post it, it's in internet like forever.
I know, but I know a good hacker. Don't worry.
I didn't sign my works, like they don't have watermarks, so I can always say like, no, it wasn't
It's
me.
not,
Oh my God, it's some other Olga. No, it's
No,
not me. No, no, no.
and as it is, there are too many Olgas, so it's fine.
yeah. Okay. Um,
But Olga, have you had any other job before?
Um, yes, I had a lot of jobs. I was call center worker for some time. Yeah, that taught me to be really not nice to people on the phone, and that people will be really not nice to you, even if they don't know you, and you just calling them like, "Hi, how is your day?" And then the nice words coming. It was really horrible job. One of my first. I was working with insurance for some time, and yeah, and that's it for real job. Then I was a mom, and it just never happened to me that I become a grown up.
It's okay. I cannot imagine you honestly in the.
In the office, in the shed,
Yeah,
with the tie.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no, I can imagine you in DHL answering people very annoyed for losing the parcel.
Yeah, and working on the other side of line is not cool as well. But
Mm.
yeah,
Okay, it seems that Tiffany want to take a screenshot, so smile.
Smile.
are we there yet?
I mean,
Oh my god! But thank you for taking screenshots, because I have no idea. I could try with my phone, but I'm afraid that it
no,
will
yeah,
disconnect.
Don't do it, you will
exactly.
block it.
Yeah,
Because
I'm just like,
I'm like totally technologically challenged. I'm challenged in general in a lot of areas of everyday life, but yeah, technology is not my strongest point. I'm really impressed with myself that I was able to have the comments on the other device. And I'm sure that on some point of my life, I will even get to know how to read them and talk at the same time.
I start believing we all have something, all the crafters, we all have something with technology that the energy is not very parallel or something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just hard. I would, like hire my husband to read the comments, but then he will steal the show, and I'm not agreeing for that.
Tell me,
We don't
no, what
have it today.
yesterday?
And, he will skip the ones that he thinks are not interesting to him, for him, and just tease me about ones that he thinks he can, be shady. Because we are really shady
My
in the
husband
house.
asks me every weekend, do we have a live stream this Saturday? And I'm like, no, me. And he says, no, I have to be on the chat. I have things to talk with Penny and with Teddy and with these girls. And I'm like, what the heck?
That happens with me. Every Friday, Nitish comes and asks me, tomorrow do we have a live stream? Is Olga frozen again?
Yes, but
Okay,
he's
she'll be
not
back.
you.
She'll be
So
back soon. Yeah. So every Friday he asks me, do we have a live stream tomorrow? What time? So it's a usual
Yes, I'm back.
fiasco. And Karen, no, Karen, I I never wish you didn't join Facebook. I can understand how
It's
challenging it is.
fine. I figured it out that we don't have internet. It's okay.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
personally I find Facebook very challenging myself. So I feel
ooh, you
anybody
cannot
else.
imagine. And she's the good one, she's the one who knows how to do everything. Every time I'm lost, I'm like, Adi, can you help me with this? And she's like, oh yeah, of course, I will check it. Oh, you
Yeah.
have to do this and that. And I was like, what? How do you know
But,
that?
and every day, I think once a day, I tell Nunu, can I please delete my Facebook account? And she's like, no, who will manage the groups? And I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to manage anything.
Hmm. No, I entered the Facebook. Usually, I go in, I see the amount of notifications,
I'm like,
and I just like, no, no, not today, not today. Today is not that day. But
exactly.
time to time, usually around 2 a.m. when I have nothing else to distract me, I will go reply to all the posts like the ones, the questions that were asked like 6 months ago, the friendship request from 2 years ago, stuff like that. Yeah, time to time it happens that I will go and just update everything, and notifications are showing 0 for like 5 minutes, and that's my happy moment on social media.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen asks you, were you always funny? Olga?
It's hard to say because I don't see it funny. For most of the time, I'm angry, but it came across as funny because apparently, like me.
She's not funny.
Yeah. So, on Insta stories, I was ranting about my parcel and I don't thought that it's funny at all. But then I looked at the people on the street because I was recording it. I was just going on the street and I was recording that, and I was quite loud, and it was just after the phone call, and I had this funny hairdo, and I was wearing like in your face pink shirt. So basically I looked like the cartoon character, just going on the street and screaming on the phone random stuff. And honestly, like, here in Berlin, it's really hard to make someone to stare at you. We saw the guy that was wearing a night dress, the one that is like super translucent and sexy, and heels, and he looked like Gandalf. He had like gray beard, long hair, and I would not say that it was cross dressing or something like that. He was just an older guy in the woman's nightgown and heels, and I felt bad because I was like, oh, that's interesting, and I'm looking around and nobody else even noticed. So to get some stares on the street, I had to be really like ridiculous.
It's okay.
But
I
I'm not
think,
funny apparently.
Oh my god.
yeah, okay. Oh, now coming to just
Oh yeah,
discussion.
that was mine. Yeah. So okay, and people in the chat could participate. I don't see the chat anymore, unfortunately, because again, technical issue. But I changed my point of view on community and scrapbooking and crafty friends a lot of time. And, my perspective shifted already like a few times. It usually depends on the time and on you. It's always super personally. But lately, I really enjoy community. I really enjoy all this thing, all the Saturdays and all the fun that we have. But I'm cutting off everything that is negative to me, and everything that can like steer not the best feelings. I would just cut it off. Like I will delete the Facebook friends if I do not agree with what they put up on the Facebook. I will block the messages if they make me feel a certain way. I don't want to be like mad. I don't want anything to, kill my sparkle, because I think that as great community can be, and as fun it can be also super toxic, super um, instead of uplifting, down bringing. I'm not sure if that's the word, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree. But I think, this little group we are, the Saturdays Club, I think we all have been through some of those things, and we are tired of that drama and shit. So together, we're stronger. um,
yeah, that's very good.
It's
Because that's very good
like, let's have
hashtag.
some fun and forget about the drama.
This hashtag says
Olga, you
like
need to mute
everything.
your tablet.
It is muted. Wait, wait. Oh my god. Again, again. Okay. How about now?
I can hear her perfectly.
Yeah, yeah, no. Her tablet also got back the internet connection, so
Yeah, because
that.
it's like stupid device thing. Okay. And I don't see the comments still, so let's just ditch that one, and you will have to bring the comments on the screen when they appear.
No, I
Yes,
will
so
because
some time ago, I just decided that, whatever happens to me is basically on me. And it's not like I would sit and put my head down when somebody will throw shit on me. No, it's not this way. But you know, I know it's stupid, but usually some things will not happen until somebody will tell you that they can happen.
Hmm.
And those are easy stuff. Those are things that when somebody will tell you, you are like, yeah, of course. So, in the moment when actually somebody told me, like, have you tried just to cut out everything that you think is toxic? Cut out toxic people, cut out toxic friendships, cut out everything that makes you feel stressed, because otherwise, this creative thing, because I felt uninspired. I felt like I will just sell all those supplies, have the bigger bedroom, and I will go to the store and I will put the cans on the shelves, and nobody ever will, bother me. And I will not be so stressed. I will not feel the pressure of the deadline, of doing something, of putting the best ever artwork there, of creating the next masterpiece, and everything will be fine. But I didn't thought about cutting out all those stuff. And when it was like, yeah, how about trying that first, and then you can always quit. And I tried it. I cut out everything that I found honestly toxic. It was making me feel not so great. I cut it out, and everything shifted. Now I feel like the freaking unicorn running around, parting with rainbows, because each single experience that I have been having lately, crafty wise, it's nice, it's pleasant. I met so many nice, creative people, and I feel that I can be myself. I'm not always like super polite, especially on my own channel. I stopped being super nice and polite and holding myself back. I'm me. I'm me, myself, and I, like, fully on. If I want to swear, I will swear. If I feel like something that I did is shit, I will tell people, oh my god, I think it's shit. Come on, yesterday it took me like whole day to make 380 Cs. Oh my god, that was like one huge disaster. And I felt that I have to do it. It's a challenge. I have to go through it. I can never do it again, and probably I will not. But it was a challenge. I wanted to do it. I did it, and
Yeah,
now it's fine.
I agree.
There was a
okay.
comment on the screen, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, so Frolina says the pandemic brought same-minded people together.
Yeah,
Penny
that's
also talks about that.
You are so
Thank
nice.
you, Penny. I know. Thank you.
yeah, because this that's the only like positive thing that I see. Regarding the COVID issue, because of course for me it changed my whole way of doing stuff and whole my plan for this year, because my plan was like not be so active on social media. Again, we cutting off the negativity. So I will just cut off the social media, as I thought that that will be the problem. And I will travel, I will teach my classes, meet all those beautiful, creative souls, have a great time, see the world, meet new people, see other cultures, do what I like to do the most, and then we can't travel. So everything shifted, and being the part of the Saturdays and finding this community, this small
Yeah.
community, people on the chat, and with a lot of you, I talk personally on Instagram or Facebook about different stuff, often also not crafty related.
Yes,
Yeah.
And
that's
with with all those people, I can relate on some kind of level. And probably if we would not have this whole situation, we would never meet. And
True.
I would never have those experiences. I would never meet those people. And
I
I
agree.
think that
Yeah.
they just make me better me.
that's what we were talking about yesterday. To be grateful, even in this situation that is so bad for so many people. It has taken lives, and it is going to be worse, I think, yet. But we still have to be thankful for what we have and what it brought to our lives. Like, I think we didn't met before this. We became
Yeah.
friends because of this.
Yeah, we never even come across. I mean, yeah, I was your follower before that, because
My
I
God,
start,
of course.
because I started to be interested in whole product, knowing the other product, playing with other products. And when you search for Linda's info on YouTube, somehow Nuneka comes up. I have no idea why.
It does. It's
But
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
yeah, I was subscribed. I was on few of your live chats, but I didn't spoke. I wasn't like super vocal. I was just watching what you are doing, and like, yeah, that's interesting, because I never was into Lindy's. Because okay, it will be funny and people will laugh on me because I will be a dickhead in the story, but yeah, whatever. When I got my first Lindy spray, it was the part of the kit club, when you receive the kit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I received my kit, and inside there were like 3 Lindy sprays. And I'm like, ooh, something new. Everyone are talking about this Lindy's, oh my God, not to say the bad word, scrap gang. Yeah, because the name is very confusing for me.
Yeah, it has the story behind.
Yeah, it goes really, really kinky in my head. So yeah, I have to watch to say the correct name. And I was like, yeah, I wanted to try them. And then I lift up the bottle and I'm like, what the heck? It's empty.
See?
They said, yeah, and my first assumption, because it was the first kit that I received from this particular company, I think it was Flying Unicorn, that do not exist anymore. And I was like, they scam me. They send me empty bottles and probably want me to use something else. And then I'm like, no, I'm writing to the owner like, something is wrong with my parcel because my bottles are empty. And she was like, those are Lindy spray. You have to add water. And I like, add
Till
water?
the line.
Add water? Add water to what? Okay, so YouTube search and everything, and then I'm like, oh, that's how it
Oh.
works. Yeah, so that was my first experience. Then I was shocked that any of the products do not like it looks like. I look at the spray and it's white, then I spray it and it's green or pink, or
Yes.
it has some multi shades. So
Yeah, and when you bake a magical and the powder is like gray, and you spray
Put
water,
water.
and it's all a rainbow. That's crazy. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
me.
so at the beginning, I was like, no, it will be not the product for me. I mean, yeah, quality is there, it's nice, shiny spray, but not totally not my kind of thing. But then I was like, yeah, I felt lost, and it took me a while to realize that it might be just that I got lost on my crafty way. And I figured out that I will come back to the part that was most exciting. And it was like 6 years ago, trying everything that is on the market. Basically, I went to the craft online stores and, new arrivals, one of each. And if it will not work out for me, then I will put it on the sale, because I was living in Poland back then, and we had a lot of like free market space where you can just trade supplies or sell supplies that do not work for you or you don't want to have them anymore. So yeah, basically I was buying like everything that was available on the market to see if it works for me or not. And when I came back to this way, uh, I really enjoy it. I discovered that I really like Stamperia. I really like Viva Deco. It's a German brand. They have like Inca Gold. Inca Gold is not the
I
Yeah,
best,
didn't know
but
that.
I know Inca Gold. Yeah, yeah.
I like their Rust product. I found out that I like a lot of supplies that I would say I will not like, from just the assumption like, oh my god, I destroyed something. Like Finnabair waxes. When I was against waxes for such a long time, I was like, no, I can make my own. I will just take mica powder and mix it with the clear wax and everything. But then when I tried them, and actually, my first set I got for the birthday from my best friend Marta. She bought me like the set of the first colors, and when I tried them, I was just like, wow, they are so awesome, and they smell so nice, and they work so nice, and
Yeah.
and they are totally not the thing that I assumed they were. So yeah. So trying the product is one of my favorite things to do, and to play with them and discover them and find the new favorite.
Hmm. I like that too.
I'm just scrolling up the chat to find the next topic, but we can shift to it whenever.
Okay, I
And
can paste it again. Don't worry.
no, meanwhile, I'm just seeing if I need it. There were many comments. Like everybody's talking about community. I think everybody's been saying that they
Only if
agree.
anyone wants to join us here and have a chit chat, that would be awesome. But keep in mind that I have strong opinions and I'm not scared to share them.
Oh my god, I don't
Yes.
know what I did, and I lost all the chat.
Wait, maybe I can. Yes, so the creative sparkle. Right now, if I don't feel creative sparkle, I would just go through all my stuff and do like ugly crap. Just lay down some supplies, probably the ones that are not necessarily matching, or just take stuff that I have on my desk currently and just start to putting them on the page. Nobody
Yeah,
ever saw any of those pages, and they all look disgusting. It looks just like the cat ate some of your supplies and puked them back. But it just makes your hand start to be creative and put your
exactly,
head into creative space. And
exactly.
if
And that makes a lot of sense. I'm telling you this here because Nunu and I were talking about it. And apart from, so, we've been talking about mindfulness, art, and everything. So I'm working on a series. Nunu knows this. And it's going to be called Mind Poopness,
My
which is which is very important before mindfulness art. So yeah, we're going to be working on mind poopness and then going into anything else thereafter.
your
Oh
cat
my
is
God, so many comments, so many comments. I will be never able to catch up with all of them.
No, it's
But
okay.
hi
Just calm
everyone.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, so if my way is not working, first of all, I don't have any deadline. I still work with some design teams and with some companies, but deadlines are not working with me at all. I'm not just the kind of person who I can work under the pressure and I put my own deadlines on myself, but like huge design team obligations, especially having a multiple obligation. Because on some point it gets to being like everywhere and having a 2 or 3 deadlines daily, and it's just like too much. So I talked with all my brands that I wanted still to work with, and they all agreed that we can work in a little bit more free way. So I don't have deadlines, so I don't have to put out the artwork there. But if I feel like I want to do something and I have no idea, I will call my friend, to be honest. Like I will call either Belinda or Marta, and I will be like, "Hi, I would like to do something, but I have no idea what." And then we just brainstorm. Usually they put out the ideas that I don't like. So, but
That's
it
what I
still
want.
will push me. It will still push me in the correct direction.
Exactly.
I usually don't take any of those advices like they are, because Marta will always say like, do a nice flowery card with some fussy cutting, and Belinda will always guide me into steampunk direction. So yeah, it's just this this conversation about the things that I could make, could create those
I know that because it happens to me.
inspiring conversation. They just
Yeah.
start to build something inside you, and this spark is just like, hey, okay, now I can go and do my thing.
It just gets it all triggered and going. I mean, it starts the flow. That's about it.
Hmm. Yeah, it happens to me a lot with Adi. I ask her, hey, I'm stuck. I don't know how to follow. And she starts, oh, you can add this, you can add that. And I'm, no, no,
Yeah,
no. You say no. And then,
like yesterday when you said like, me using acrylic paint, no.
no, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's our normal life. Everyday life.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I think this is how it works. I think what you said, reaching out to a friend, always works. So
Yeah.
I message Nunu. Half the time, Nunu messages me. By the time she messages me and I respond, she has her answer. So I'm like, I think I'm the magic word, maybe.
Magic, but with everything, it works with everything. Like, Adi, do you know how is the? Oh, I already know. It's all the time like this, It's just like a talisman or something. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, but that's why I think that Saturdays work so nice, because
I agree.
often often when we start, most of us, up to 5 minutes before the camera is already rolling and people see you have no idea what you will create. I'm just running around the house like the mad person, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to find something because it will be embarrassing. And then I'm holding the hat that do not want to stick for 1 hour and a half. But
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
no, I didn't finish the art school. I finished college, but I'm a marketing expert in advertisement. That sounds like something big and fancy, but basically, after I finished college, they offered me, making coffee for very important people in advertisement agency. So yeah, definitely, definitely not the artistic education on any
Yeah.
kind.
Me neither. I study um, linguistics and literature of all the languages that come from Latin in college. Yeah, sounds like woo, but it's like whoa. you know. And yeah, I tried for some time to be a teacher. I didn't like the system, so I quit. And then I started traveling and doing some were things with races and four-wheel cars and that. Yeah, and then I tried.
Cars?
Yeah, I can. The best thing is that I cannot drive. I don't have driver's license. Okay, but I can tell you what you have to do to get unstuck if you are in the desert, in the dunes. I know what you have to do. I can take you everywhere. I can drive the car perfectly, without other cars around, it goes well. So yeah, that was it. And then I tried photography. It's not easy if you don't want to go into weddings, baptisms, holy communions, and that. I hate that. So it didn't work either. And then I found this, and I was like, okay, let me try this. So no, never art classes. No.
So with me, I of course I've studied psychology, and I wanted to branch out into art therapy. So I went to an art school for art therapy, but once I was there, which was why I was in Spain, once I was there, I got to know that I had free access to the art school classes as a part of my course in art therapy. So I got to attend art school, got to see how people train in art per se, like a nice preview. So I've got, like, I can say, a mini crash course in art from an art school. But yeah, that's mostly that's my exposure to art school or training, because it's mainly for art therapy. Okay, this is a nice one.
Hmm.
This is the shady question. I know the person who asked the question and she already know the answer. Yes, I am competitive.
I think in the end, we all.
Yeah.
Yes, I am competitive. I don't mind competition, but uh, it's not like if we would be racing, I would put my foot in front of anyone else's just to make them fall. But I like competition, and I think that it's cool. And in the art world, we somehow all um, compete with each other, but it's not this kind of competition that I have to be the best. I have to
Yeah.
be the first one to put stuff out there. But and I don't need to get any prize. But it motivates me when other people are succeeding. It's more like, oh my God, I can do it as well, and I can get, especially with people who are better than me in something.
Yes.
If I will work really, really hard to get on top of the person uh, that I'm looking up to, and he or she will say like, yeah, that's a cool piece. In that moment when that person will say like, yeah, it's a cool art, I already won my own competition with myself.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Some things motivate you, and it's like, okay, I have to do that, and I want to be better than that. So it's not against that person, it's with you. It's like to prove yourself that you can do it and you can do it great.
But
It's
yeah,
motivational. Yeah.
I am competitive, and if Nikki is up for any competition, bring it on, girl. I'm ready.
Yeah. After the green stuff, she can do anything.
Mm.
Oh,
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I prefer to do a live, a Facebook live, a YouTube live, any kind of live, because it gives me an interaction. That is, I'm for most of the time, you would not believe, but I'm quite extrovert. I like to sit here in my house, preferably alone if it's possible, for extended periods of time. But I need interaction with people and I love it to some extent. So, Facebook Live or YouTube Live will give me the best of both worlds. And my husband is really, really interrupting. Somebody have to just stop that. Yeah, so Facebook or YouTube Live give me the best of both worlds. I'm at home and I'm interacting with people. I can get feedback, but you know, the live stream, especially crafty live stream, it's not the same as, I don't know, art class or crafty class. Oh, yeah, I mean introvert. Yeah, thank you, Belinda. That's my PI, by the way.
Oh
I was, and I'm serious. She's my PI. She corrects my spelling and my pronunciation because
yeah, I'm
sometimes,
with you because I have my personal grammar teacher all the time. At least 3 times per day, I'm like, Adi, how can I say this? Is this okay?
Oh.
yes. So the basically the life give you the interaction with others in your own
Mm.
house, and in the times like right now when even people who like to be alone still feel lonely and cut off, because it's the other thing when you choose to alienate yourself, and totally different thing when they tell you that, sorry, now no meeting. In the moment when they said like you cannot meet with your friend, in that particular moment I felt like, what? I feel like meeting with someone and I want to meet with someone. It's so unfair that somebody forbids me that. So strong anarchy feeling inside. But yeah, uh this kind of interaction,
Yeah.
it's really cool. But when you are crafting live, then a lot of things can go wrong, and it's half half. Half of the times I'm super happy with my outcome, and half of the times I look at my artwork and I'm like, oh my god! And everyone saw me doing this shit online.
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It is what it is.
Okay, I mean, this is again to do with the spark, but it's about inspiration. Do you feel lost during the time you're creating a project, through the process?
Yeah, every time. And that's another issue with live stream, because I don't like to repeat the art, like doing over and over the same project is kind of boring. So when I do it on classes, I always switch the colors or the elements. I always try to make it more interesting for myself. So when I feel lost, I usually have to just put it down, take a step back, maybe do something else. I don't know, watch Netflix, but not chill, just watch it. And yeah, then come back to it with a fresh mind, and the idea will appear. And I think that I did like last week because there is always a stage when I feel stuck. It's when everything is laid down and time to add colors, for example. And I would like to think about it, but we are live and I don't, nobody have 2 hours to sit and watch how I'm like, maybe blue. Oh, and maybe purple and blue. Oh, maybe navy and blue. No, nobody has time for me figuring out this thing for
That is
extended period of time.
that is why lilies are so good, because every time you use them, even if it's the same color, it will look different. You
I
know?
agree.
Yeah, but
Oh,
the issue is that I really like the acrylic.
it's okay, Olga. You
It's
can do it.
okay. You are allowed to.
You are
No,
allowed to. Exactly.
no, new face is not telling me you are allowed to. Her face is like, I what? What?
You like acrylic? How can you like acrylic?
I want to clarify something. Please don't try to read my faces, not you, Olga, in general, because everybody is asking me, you are making weird faces. Yes, I'm all the time like this, making weird faces because I'm very expressive and I cannot control it.
Yeah, but lately I did something else. I just went with the flow. When I stopped on some stage, I was like, okay, people, we are cutting off here. We are meeting, I don't know, in 1 week or 2 weeks, and then we will move on with the same project.
Okay, no, wait. We are not skipping to this question. Going back to the competition, I just read a few comments. So
Okay.
I'm going to put them up because that's important, I think. Because I know a lot of people feel this way.
That Belinda can bring me down.
No.
No, wait.
Oh my God, there's no way. Because he's so sweet. How he could bring you down?
Hey, it's about competition. So Casey says that competition. Okay, wait. I maybe this competition. Belinda says competition can bring out the best in you. So to that, Casey says yes, but it can bring you down as well. Because I always feel that everyone is much better, but then yes, it punches me to become better. And
But
But this
yeah,
is another topic, and I always repeat this. You don't have to compare yourself to others. You only have
exactly.
to compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. And that's all that matters.
I also think that it depends uh, how do you see competition and with who you are compete with. Because
Right.
I would, if we would have like crafty race and you would pick any of my crafty friends, then yes, I'm up for any kind of competition in this company because I know that um, nobody will kick anyone in the bum in the way that to bring you down, more in uplifting way, like, oh, stop being sorry for yourself. Just take your ass to your craft room and do something awesome.
Correct.
And I would be up for the competing with people that I see as my crafty friends and I see as people who inspire me because I know that it would be awesome. And even if I don't win, even if I don't come like, you know, halfway in the competition, I will still feel good because the person who will win will be the person that I like. And probably I will agree with if they should or should that they should win. But if, for example, we're talking about the competition like Pablo Picasso, Tim Holtz, and Finaba, and you can join the race, I would say like, no, thank you. I will sit, I will sit on my couch and just, cheer for everyone. I'm not setting up myself for a failure. So it also depends on this stage. If I think that it's a fair competition and I have a fair chance, then yeah, I'm up for it. But if I don't have a chance and I don't feel comfortable with losing with anyone who competes with me, then I will not enter.
Okay, Nunu's just coming back.
Yeah, I would assume that it's not like she was like, screw those girls. I'm out. Peace out. Okay, so how did I come up with that? It's like long history of our Saturday streams. Nuneka did, and I'm not sure if it was a part of our hop or it was Linda's project. She had this plastic bag. It was the stag beetle, and she put it on the project. It was surrounded. Oh yes, yes, this one exactly. So I was looking for those beetles on
I know.
Amazon,
Exactly. I've been looking for them. I don't know.
and of course they don't have them exactly like those. I ordered different ones, but they will be here like someday.
Yeah.
Eventually.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I ordered zoo remotes with the beetles, bees, and butterflies, and we know the DHL story by now. So yeah, that failed. But I was already set up for beetles because last week when we had the wing challenge, Katya said that, "Oh, Olga, I bet that you cannot do the bug, the beetle," and I was like, "What? Me? Cannot do a beetle? Are you kidding? I will do it." So yeah, when the mold didn't arrive, I just came up with the way of doing my own, and yeah, and I wanted them to be super sparkly because I like things that are shiny, so they have a lot of glitter on them and the beautiful plastic gems, and they just shiny.
I tell
And
you,
that's the story behind the people.
oh my god.
Okay. Now tell us the story about your best friends. Martha, just to
Um,
clarify, Martha is not like there
yeah,
are many
Martha.
Marthas. Yeah.
Yeah, Martha is my, oh my God. When I say that she's my oldest crafty friend, that will make her being old, but I know her just for a really long time. We met online and we clicked, and she just gets me. We are friends in real life for over 7 years right now, and she's my emergency person. She's the person that I talk to about everything, crafty and not crafty things, because we relate on so many levels, and she almost never agree with me. We are totally opposite sides of the spectrum. I'm me, myself, and I, and she's a very calm, nice, and polite person, and you would not say that she's hanging out with somebody like me.
She's Marta Jessica, right? This girl that is in the chat.
I think so. I don't see the chat.
Yeah, Marta
Yes,
Jessica.
yes, it's that Marta that says that she's not old. And, we somehow complete each other. We never had like huge fights. And the thing that we always had was like complete honesty. And, if I really, really want to know if my artwork is good or not, I will ask her, because if my artwork will be not good, she will
Tell
tell me
you.
that. Yeah, it's nothing against me personally, but and it would be not like, oh no, it's the worst thing ever. Just go, jump through the window and burn all your supplies. You should just quit that and, I don't know, consider knitting or being I don't know, cat mommy to the end of your life. But usually it's like, yeah, it's not your best, you did the better and stuff like that. And she's honest always, doesn't matter what subject is,
That's good.
she will always give me her honest opinion. And my other bestie currently would be Belinda. We don't have like long history of knowing each other, but it was the same. In the moment when we met 1 year ago, we clicked and we couldn't stop talking. We met for like quick coffee and I was gone for a whole afternoon. and we met online on somebody else's chat. I just approached her like the freaking stalker. Hi, I never do things like that, but I saw that you are from Berlin, and I thought that I will say hi. Yeah. Basically, it was exactly like that, and my message sound exactly like that, like the stalker person who
Creepy
always
stalker.
do things like that. And they both always honest with me, and I can be a little bit too much, and I get angry really fast. And I'm the first one to go and share my angry opinion with whole world. And sometimes it's not the way that you should do things. So usually when I feel like ranting about something more important than pastel, I will ask them both if they think it's a good idea. And if any of them will say like, maybe you should rethink that and come back to the topic like tomorrow or after a drink or coffee or have a cookie or eat Snickers, then I know that something is. Uh-uh. I would put up myself for so many mistakes if I would not have friends who can advise me other way.
Okay.
We have a question. Oh my God, I should bring glasses for this live
How
stream.
And
long?
I'll read it for you. Nikki is asking all of us, how long have we spoken English? And she says, I love that you all speak multiple languages to reach more people.
You start,
I
Olga.
Yeah,
She's
but
thinking.
I
She's
don't
thinking.
know. I don't know. I think that I was speaking English since. No, no, take those away. No, I'm not old. He brought me glasses.
Oh my God.
Best-
You asked for them.
I already passed them somewhere in the room. No way. Yeah, so when I started crafting, I kind of spoke English, but I like to think that it improved and that it is improving all the time. Though I have a lot of, octopus testicles and things like that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. In my case, here in Spain, the English level is not too high because we have every single TV series and every single movie in the cinemas is in Spanish. Everything, that doesn't help at all to learn English. But when I was trying to get deeper into photography, I started sharing my works in a blog thing website, I don't know, in a community, and they all talk English, so I had to push myself to learn more and more. So I have to say that most of my English I learned from music that I like. And yeah, just looking how to say things and that. And now I know I'm not perfect. I still have a lot to learn. I know I make mistakes all the time, but I think I can make myself understandable. That word exists. I don't know. And yeah, that's it. I think the good thing is that I'm not shy. So if I make mistakes, it's okay. Try to speak Spanish, and we will see how you do it.
Sangría, por favor.
Oh my God.
That is a good one, Olga.
Sangría, por favor.
Hola, hombre, Olga. That's everything. And then it's sangria, and it's everything.
But about me, English, yeah, no, here in India, no. So I was telling Nunu this, but North India is quite different from South India, and in South India they emphasize a lot on education. So our first language in school itself was English. So that's just been my medium. That's what I've studied in. So English has always been something that I was exposed to since childhood, and I've conversed in it, and that's just how it works. So yeah, I have nothing more to add to it. But yeah, we have multiple languages. So of course, I do know a lot of Indian languages, but English is our main. Like for me, it's my first language because of the schooling and college
And your
and
mom.
university. Oh yeah, oh my mom. Yeah, about that.
Because she's from India. Basically that, you know? Basically that.
So,
Oh my God. I was like, when she's going to talk about her mom? So Leela, where are you?
so my mom is Indian, but born and brought up in Kenya, lived all her life in Nairobi, got married and came to India. So mom technically, yeah. So English is from there, like Nunu said, and so my major family, my cousins, everybody in Nairobi, and they don't speak too much Hindi. So we talk and interact in English. So yeah, Nunu reminded me.
Thanks God I'm
Small
here.
detail. Small detail.
Small detail, not a big one. And Olga, everybody's been laughing about
Octopus
you.
testicles.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that I was telling that story. I often struggle with some little words. And for most of the time, I have my husband and I'm asking him how to say, and here is the blank where we insert the Polish word, and how to say it in English. And I treat him like, my personal Polish English translator, basically. So with the octopus, I was sculpting the octopus arm and I was looking for the reference image. And I wanted to look for them in English because then Google will show you the better result. And I was like, how do you call the octopus arm? Because I knew that there is a separate word for that. And I was like, oh yeah, it's octopus testicle. And here I go to the Google, bravely searching for that. And it turns that it's tentacle, not testicle, but it sounds similar, close enough.
Oh my God. Tentacles. Right.
My okay, my first language would be Polish, but I can speak also Russian, understand quite a bit of German and quite a bit of French. I can be really rude to you in French and probably in Italian. With Polish, English, and Russian, there is no issue with being rude in those. Uh, but yeah, for most of the time, speaking is the problem. With English, I have no other option because nobody would understand if I will sit here and just say stuff in Polish. Belinda always says that when we speak Polish, it sounds like we are calling cats, and it's like all the time. Yes, so to be out there, to have friends and in relationships online, you have to do at least a little bit of English. And like Nina, yes, they did. They did. They are in octopus head, in case that you are wondering about it. And I still get Google advertisements about this. So do not recommend to look for that, but it did come up. It did come up. Definitely, it did.
I can't breathe. Because I can imagine you like, this is not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, but I couldn't understand what's wrong. And when I called my husband and I was like, what happened? I put those octopus testicles into Google and it doesn't show me octopus arms. And he's with like perfectly calm voice. What did you put in Google again? Could you repeat? Yeah, but it's one of many, many things. English is very, very hard language.
It is.
Uh,
It's
you know,
annoying sometimes.
you can go, if you will say that you are going to hang out on the beach, you can also say that somebody is a beach, and you have different kinds of shit. You have sheet of paper.
Because we
You can
have
have,
very bad words, very little. You have to learn Spanish to course properly. We have tons of dirty words, and you only have like shit and fuck. That's all, or what?
what about everything between?
Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of things there. Lots. I need them to express myself.
But the same thing is with the. I will get back to the question about Polish. Yes, I told you that they are in their heads. You didn't have to look for that. I did all the searching
Oh my god, this is epic. Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's the same like with the word friend. In English, you have like colleague and friend, and we have so many more words to describe relationship between two people. Because yeah, in English, basically everyone that you kind of know, you call them friends. And for me, this word is the Polish equivalent. It's really meaningful, and I would say that I have a lot of friends with in English, but like true friends, I could count them on the fingers of one hand. But those are people who will stand with me no matter what. And all my friends are like that, even if I fuck up and I did wrong, they will be on my side, they will stand with me, and they will be like, yeah, now you F up badly. We are here to support, but just to let you know, I told you so. I told you so. I'm here for you, but still, it's not good. Yeah. And I think that it's fair because somebody have to. I'm I'm crazy. Somebody have to keep me, in check. Oh yeah, this mixed media is big in Poland. It's hard to say because I moved out like 7 years ago and I wasn't present on the Polish scene for a really long time, but it's kind of popular. And you can see a lot of Polish, Russian, Estonian, and, I think it's Eastern Europe, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm totally not right, but there is a lot of super talented people coming up from there because the crafty bug is just spreading. Like 10 years ago in America, you had those beautiful papers, you have those companies, you have all those amazing products, and we could see them in internet, and you go to the Polish shop and they have colorful paper and maybe two punches, So kind of if you wanted to be into that and you couldn't afford the shipping rates from states because they were really high and it was really hard to get a decent supply. So, we had to like learn how to deal with whatever we have. And yeah, as it's spreading and it's moving further, okay, wait, because I'm not in frame. And when it's moving further to the east, more and more people will come up, and because they don't have the same access to suppliers, then they have to be more creative about it. And I think it's beautiful. And I'm often inspired by Russian or Estonian girls because they are doing, oh my god, if you look at the card making community,
Yes.
oh my god, just jaw drop. post after post after post. Amazing, beautiful art.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, we don't have to look really far away. We have Alexandra. She's, you know, so talented, so many inspiring works, such a talent and such a cool approach, totally different, but
Yes.
still very appealing to me. And yeah, I think it's magic of our media community. There
And
was one more question, but I didn't catch
Sarina
it.
said that she knows a dirty word in Hindi, but she's afraid to say it.
Could you repeat that? I'm
No,
sorry.
yeah, you can put it on the chat. I want to know what that word is in Hindi. She says she knows a bad word. Okay, they're just talking about language, and Karen wants us to speak about Netflix and chill because Olga, actually, all three of us here, all
It's such
three
a
of us.
lie. People, it's such a lie. English is just, your
This
native
is
speakers are making this so hard for us.
us.
I think that all
We are
three of us.
innocent. We are super innocent. You are the dirty mind in
Yeah.
this.
The amount of the times when I told people that whole weekend I will be, just Netflix and chill. And I meant my butt sitting on the couch and
Yeah.
watching Netflix. I'm
Exactly.
chilling and watching Netflix at the same time. So it's Netflix and chill. But apparently it has like totally other meaning. The second meaning. So basically all those people that I was telling, like, yeah, this weekend, just Netflix and chill. They all convinced that I'm like a rabbit and, we just do it nasty stuff all weekend long, all the time, every second weekend, basically.
Yes. You are a
The
master
end
of.
of the rant. Oh my God. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that my husband joined the chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this him?
Yeah, it's his it's his question. Yeah,
Okay.
so what's wrong
I
with
will
green?
answer. Everything. What's wrong with green? Everything. Everything is wrong with green. We don't like it. That's all. Yeah, this is the purple team. The full purple team.
Yeah, it makes poo. When you mix it with nice purple shade, it will make you a poo brown.
With every color, it will make poop. Only with yellow it won't. But any other color, poop. So yeah, no green.
Oh my God. Wait, because there is some kind of ice cream flavor discussed on the
I know.
chat, and now I want to know what ice cream flavor means.
It's Netflix and chill. It's an ice cream flavor like chocolate, strawberry. They sell ice cream called Netflix and chill.
I don't get it.
No,
It's
like we have.
even more, yeah, but it's even more confusing. So why you call first you put like totally dirty
Yeah,
meaning on
exactly.
something so very innocent, and then you make ice cream out of it.
Huh?
I don't get it.
No,
English is so hard for us European people. Seriously.
oh my gosh.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh my God, Terry is innocent. She never heard about the other meaning. That's good, Terry. Don't Google that. You don't want to go that direction.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean, we Googled and got our answer. So
God. I will close the door so he cannot enter. Oh.
okay. I will post something else. Okay.
yeah.
That we are Netflixing and chilling on YouTube, that will bring the view.
Oh my gosh. I just
Mm.
make for a.
Oh. Oh my God. I can hear him laughing on the other room. And if you attended some of my live streams, you probably know what is your best and worst
No more questions.
experience. Adi, Adi should go first because she had the most scared face when you put up the question on
Oh
screen.
no, I'm answering. So they are talking about this curse word in Hindi. I'm trying to give them the exact meaning of it, which is very difficult. So yeah, I'm trying to do that.
Okay, the best and the worst experience. Most of them would be related to people because, in my personal opinion, people are the best and the worst part of our community. Um, so uh, the best experience, all in total, would be in general um, getting to the media community and discovering this thing because it's become my life. I started to support myself from teaching, and I just found myself here. I found my own spot uh, in uh, uh, in the crafty world. And the worst experience would be the moments when I felt like maybe I don't belong anymore, that I don't have it anymore, that I felt burned out. I felt angry on myself and everyone around because that that's how we are. When something goes wrong, we're usually looking for somebody else or something else to blame it on, to not admit that the problem is somewhere in us. From the last year, the worst experience was green live stream. It pushed my boundaries very far away. I will never be up for like totally green challenge again. And from the last year, the best experience would be meeting Belinda like a year ago because it just changed the way that I'm here. Now I'm not just only like person living in Berlin, going around just shopping and doing stuff. I have a crafty mate. We can meet basically anytime because we live quite close to each other, sit down, talk paper with each other, and just enjoy the same things. Go for the crazy shopping in the dollar stores, in euro shops, or in action. Hunt for the crafty sales and just do this this crazy thing when I'm calling her like, hey, you know what? I would like to do the mannequin and I have this idea and something is missing and I have no idea what. And she's like, yeah, okay, come over. I have everything. I think that you need those things. And it works both ways and it's just cool and amazing.
Okay, I will pass.
How about you, girls? I want to hear about that as well.
um, yeah, best crafty experience. I would also say the best experience that the craft, like the best thing that came along with this whole crafty thing is Nunu for me, hands down. And everything else follows after that. So best experience, I think, is creating this community, like you were saying, meeting and interacting with people, all of these fantastic people who come chat with us, watch us. I think in the past 2 months, I've also been recovering from my health issues. And if one thing that has kept me motivated to recover in this whole rehabilitation process is the fact that I can create, and it inspires me to inspire people. So it's that whole thing. So that's been my recent best thing. Worst experience, I was actually trying to recollect, but I don't know what worst experience really I can think of, because um yeah, I don't know, I can't think of anything else as such which is
This
very negative. Huh?
So you are very lucky.
no,
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
mean,
not because she has this power of
Yeah,
resilience that nobody else has.
yeah.
You cannot imagine how she really is. She's amazing.
That's the problem. I was just going to say, I think
Like, sometimes I would like to be lesbian just to fall in love with you. I promise, because you're amazing.
yeah, so it's true. I mean, I was like, I don't know, is it just because of my level of patience or resilience that I don't, or also the thing with me is I manage to always see like the brighter side of it, so it doesn't really get to me too much. So I'm sure there are experiences once somebody starts digging and I'll be like, oh yeah, this happened, that happened, but nothing that I can remember right now, really.
In my case, yeah, of course, the best thing is Adi. It's not that we are crafty friends. She is my person. If you have ever watched Grey's Anatomy, she is my
Yes,
person.
of course.
So yeah, I couldn't live without her. No, that's it.
Exactly.
Um, and yeah, the other good thing is these people from La Tienda is a store I work with. They are like my family. And these other guys from Sil Logos that they are putting the money there to make my dreams come true, basically. That is
Oh
amazing.
yeah, because people, no, have amazing senses. If you
Yeah,
didn't see them,
Shut up.
you are losing something. You are missing something in your life. You just have to go and check that out. I'm waiting for mine, and I'm super excited. Okay, continue. Sorry.
And the worst experience, I think I met really bad people too soon because I'm newbie here, like it's only 2 years and a half or so that I'm in the crafty community, and I already met really mean people, really bad people that wanted to hurt me personally, in the meaning of talking badly about me to my boss. uh, and that was a red line for me, and I was like, oh wow, there are some bitches here, like
Yeah.
crazy people that is not okay in their heads. And I met at least three of them, and I'm like, come on, do I have a magnet or something? What is
No,
this?
actually, you don't. I just think that personal success is coming with all those things.
Yeah,
You said it already, Titan, that you heard it. I believe that from Anthony, that people will just hate you because you are just successful. It doesn't mean that you are better or worse or them. You are just more successful, and that's the reason why they will be angry. And it's also the way that you meet your real friends, and
right.
how you can see who of those yeah, we speak general in about the crafty community because it's our community, but I think it's quite popular in each community that will be full of girls, mostly because guys are much more simpler this way, but yeah.
I will tell you something. In the photography community, that I would say 70% are male guys. They also have these things like, they feel biased, or they don't play fair and that. But here is like, this is war. Sometimes this is war, and
Yeah,
like
it was.
sometimes, and I'm like a happy person. I like to go along with everybody. I'm just happy. And some people is like, oh my gosh, these people come from a terror movie.
Yeah, so that's how you meet, you differentiate, you make a difference between people who are there as actual friends and
Yes.
the
Pretending.
bullshit people.
Yeah, but even
Because
without,
if they are your friends, they will be happy for your success. Because
It's also
even with those that
I'm
you
so happy for all my friends' successes. Because the fact that you are successful, it doesn't take anything from me. And
I was
fact
just
that
coming to that.
my friends are, successful in some kind of way, I want to celebrate that. I feel proud of having friends who are successful. And, it doesn't mean that I'm not. It just, if we will like come together and celebrate each other's successes that do not take absolutely anything from us. And when somebody will ask me about the advice, they will always get an honest opinion. I make sure that you want to have the honest opinion because those two go together. Um, you can be proud of your friends, you can advise them to best of your knowledge, or you can be shady bitch and you can say one thing into their face and the other one behind their back.
yeah, but
But the truth, the
to
truth will always come out, and the only way is to cut out the toxic
yeah,
people.
but even even if I set boundaries and even I can clearly distinguish between real people, real friends, and friends of internet, to me there are still some limits. I don't care if they talk badly about me in my back. They can talk whatever they want. I know who I am. I know how I am. And people who knows me, you can love me or you can hate me. I don't care. But to
But
me, there is
it can,
a
on some
limit.
stage,
To me, the limit is the
that
personal life. You cannot go and talk in the phone to my boss and tell lies about me just to hurt me. That is too much. Too much. And some
I
people
And
do.
would
that
I would put this line a little bit lower because in the moment when you are profiting from the community, like you
yeah,
have your product, and that's the way of living. And somebody will go and just put the maybe not the true, but not this true, like this gray area thing up to people's ears. And then I have it already a few times lately that people meet me in the real life and they are like, oh my God, you are totally different than I had.
Hmm.
And, it's like, thank you, I think. Because, it just goes around. Because, yeah, I know the way that I am. I can be really, really, really weird person. I can be real bitch. But if you don't with my friends and with people that I hang out with, like, we had few Zoom calls already. So you saw how it is on reels, in our household with everything, all the madness happening in the background, because today those are closed, but usually they are not. Uh, yeah, wait, because I lost what I was saying because I saw the comment. Go back, go back, go back. What I was talking about.
just
Before I
we people who know you, the real you.
Yeah, so if you like me when I'm bitch, when I'm the worst, when I rant about stuff, when I say things that are not nice, if you like me back then you deserve absolutely any kind of friendship, and I will be loyal to you. But if you cannot handle me when I have a bad day, then you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve
And
my attention on any level. And that's the way that we all should go through it because, if toxic people, if bad people would be cut off successfully by everyone, then maybe on some point they would just realize, like, hey, I'm doing something wrong. And maybe I should just like change my mind on stuff because we all change and we are all humans. We are all making mistakes.
Yes.
The problem is to realize that, say, okay, I'm sorry, I F up, I was a bitch, I was entitled, I shouldn't think like that. And
Yeah.
I know that because my point of view changed and I did some stuff that then I had to say sorry for.
Yeah, I agree.
And
But anyway, I want to say something else. It's like I'm still grateful to that people. Even they hurt me, I'm grateful because I learned hard lessons, maybe the hard way, but now I'm stronger and it's not so easy now to hurt me. So yeah, I'm grateful to that lady. And yeah, it never was a problem really. I mean, with my boss, they never care about what she was saying.
yeah, but
Actually, a lot,
situation
a lot
just
about
was
it, but
like bullshit.
yeah, it's bullshit. But I think there
Okay.
is a limit for everything.
Yeah, he has a
I call that question that is on the screen right now a bullshit. It's a shade. It's direct shade into my person. So I found a way to deal with crafty supplies just overgrowing the flat. I in the last few weeks I packed up all the supplies that I don't use. And Belinda have a friend that started crafting like few months ago. So basically, girl have like just basic kit of crafty supplies, and she's willing to take everything that I don't use and use it. And I already brought one big bag to Belinda, and I got back, a few pictures of really amazing art that somebody did with the stuff that were chilling over 2 years in my basement. So yeah, she will get much more, and you will get your room back.
okay. Casey has a very interesting question here. So yeah. She talks about designing basically stencil stamps because we all have ideas, but how do you know who to approach? How do you get to them? Because she also says some of you have your stuff in the shop. How do you do that? How do you know who to reach? So yeah.
Uh, I didn't have to reach. I was approached because the people who carry my products knew that I know how to do it from the technical point of view. And I have some products that are with my own name attached to them. There are also some that don't have my name on them. I also work as the ghost designer for some companies because crafty industry is very specific. But the best way, if you are really sure that your design is so great and it haven't been seen anywhere, first of all, you have to think about it, because if you will approach the wrong person, they will just take your idea and run
Yeah,
with it.
be careful.
So I would approach a big company, a company that you like design from. You buy designs uh, and products from, and just start like, yeah, I have some ideas. Do you looking for the freelance artist to work with, or you can with the stencils? It's easier because you can buy. Oh my god, I don't know how the machine is called. I don't remember. Mm, was it Brothers Can and Cat
Seven
or
cat.
something like that? Or Cricket, I think, have the same
Silhouette.
option. I
Silhouette.
don't know. I think that Tiffany lately did a video when she was cutting her own hair stencils. Yeah, so you can also buy a machine, cut out few pieces, ask your friends if they want to use them, and start promoting it from this way. Because if your ideas are really unique and you don't have money to invest in yourself, then by doing it this way, maybe you can do like those companies who first raise the funds and then send back the product.
Yeah.
I think that 2 years ago, Happy Doodle did it like that with her stamps. She she's a YouTuber, and she just had an idea, so she made this startup company. She put up the designs like, if you like me, if you follow me and you like my style, maybe you would like to have my steps. And now she has her own company with a lot of products. She's very successful. And yeah, that would be my advice. Or just ask around, because a lot of companies are looking for the designers, but it depends if you really want to have it as your own, or maybe you are willing just to sell the idea and give up all the rights to the company, because probably you will have to do it on some stage if you want to make it happen. You either have to do it on your own or sell the idea to your sell your idea to the company.
Yeah, in my case, these people from Silogos, the one that are making my stencils, they are my personal friends. They know I have some crazy ideas. They said, okay, we're putting the money there. So I was lucky they did. It's not easy because as they are not in the crafty industry, it's not easy for us to find some things like factories and that. But we are doing our best, and we will come up with new things soon, I hope. So yeah, yeah, I have more ideas for more companies, and yeah, I have seen Karen say that you have to make a relationship with those companies, and I agree. In certain cases, it's better if you have some kind of personal relationship with those people, and then you feel more secure of how to approach. Because if you are talking with someone that you don't know and you're just saying, hey, I have some amazing ideas for papers, and you show them, maybe they can steal your ideas. I don't know.
Before
That,
we will move on to the
no,
question
yeah.
that is on the screen, I saw on the chat that Teddy was asking if any of us can draw, and that would lead to my another question. What's your creative process when you are designing? Because that might be the thing that if you don't know how to make the design, how, because to make a stencil, probably you have to draw the vector, and if you don't know how to do it, then even if your idea is brilliant, it would be harder to find somebody who will make it happen.
Yes, they
So,
can change it.
so yeah, so Nuno, can you draw and how your designing process look like?
In my case, as I love so much geometry, I it's not that I need to know how to draw. You know, I always have a pencil and a notebook around, and sometimes I have these ideas in my mind, and then I like start making lines basically, and then I just try to draw them in the computer. That is the top part. You know, it takes me ages because I don't know how to do it properly. I cannot use the program as much as I should. You know, I don't know all the options and that. I'm still learning. But apart of that, I cannot doubt faces or anything, and I would love to. I would like to have time to learn to draw properly. Yeah.
Wow, that's a yeah. See, so it's a totally different approach, because I don't know how to draw at all. So if I have like original drawings that have to be used in the design, it's usually that those are drawings of my husband. I just force him to draw because he knows how to. I have ideas, he have the skill. That's one way to go, and it's a hard process because we are both artists and we both have kind of vision, and on both ends, I have particular vision in my head that I want him to draw. He has his own vision, and they are not always the same, so it might cause some issues. Except of that, My skill is basically and mostly like working with the program. I use stock images, I use originals, I mix them, I buy graphics, I find a lot of stuff you can find on vintage market. You have to know the laws here, what you can and cannot use, and how you can use and how you cannot. So that's quite complicated thing. We also don't steal others people pictures. Google search is not free graphic based, and nobody's Instagram feed, it doesn't matter if they are connected to you or not, is not the place that you should look for your designs. You can look for the inspiration and inspiration on Pinterest, but it's not like we are just taking somebody's else artwork and just make it happen and oh, here comes my
I
design.
do that too. I feel sometimes I have an idea in my mind, and geometry is not always so easy. So sometimes I don't know how to draw it on my, I don't know, an Adobe Illustrator, for example. Sometimes I don't know how to do it. So what I do is that I buy some graphics and I buy the license, and then I modify what I need to make it according to my idea in my head, which
Yeah,
is
and sometimes it happens, like some ideas, we have to realize that some stuff have been done. And even if you come up with it as the original idea, it might happen that somebody had something that is very, very close to, and it might happen that you will think about, oh my God, I don't know, two circles would be an amazing stencil. And if you start to look for it, I'm just giving the example because I don't want to like go in the beef with anyone else through the shade anywhere. But you can think that some ideas would make amazing stencils. You would use that as the pattern. And then when you start to look, it appears that somebody already maybe not made the stencil, but maybe they made stamp with it.
yeah.
Maybe they made a pattern, and maybe you can buy something that is super close to your idea, but it's still, the even with working with the stock images, with the images that you will buy and altering them into your design, often they look nothing like the purchased graphic, and it still counts as your original design because design is so much more than just the drawing and just the final
And just for
product.
people to know that most of the companies work this way. All those
Yeah.
amazing papers you see there, those companies doesn't have someone drawing amazing designs. No, there are freelancers out there, great artists that sell their work so other people can combine those images with backgrounds and things, and that is how papers are done, and also stencils and also stamps and everything. There are very few people drawing there, so we are not cheating. We are doing the same thing that everybody's doing.
Yeah, it's like like buying the paper. You can buy the paper and you can use it, and if you buy, I don't know, Tamperia paper, and you will make a notebook with it. You can sell the notebook on Etsy. That was done with Tamperia paper. But if you buy the paper and you will scan it, and then you will sell the scan as the design, it's not your design, and you cannot do things like that.
It's the same with the images we use. For example, for stencils, and I said I sometimes buy some images. I can use them and I can do the stencils and sell them exactly with the images I bought. What I cannot do is to resell that file. The computer file, I cannot resell them.
Yeah,
I
in this case, sharing is not caring. We don't share.
True. Okay.
Did it
Yeah,
take?
so Nikki, yes, he often give me advice even if I don't ask him for the input. And no, I almost never take these advices. Unless I ask him and I agree with his input, then yeah, I would take it. But if I don't agree, then no.
And just I wanted to add about the designing when you guys said it's very important which company you get in touch with or which brand, because I've had this and I draw. So I have my hand drawn images. I had made designs for stamps, and she took them, and it was on approval for a while, and she disappeared. And I'm not going to name the company, but she disappeared with it, and I never heard anything because she just said, no, change this, do that. But by the time she came back, so I don't know, like it just went, it disappeared in the air, and I'm like, okay. So then now I'm thinking of reworking all of those designs and approaching somebody else. But yes, like both of them have said, it's not an easy task. The whole designing process just doesn't involve drawing, it involves much more fine tuning and doing all of those things.
And I
And
would say that as a designer with some experience, read your contract, people. It
yeah,
doesn't matter if it's design team contract or you are selling your designs or you have the idea that company is running with. Have everything signed on paper and read it. Read it, read it, read it. Never trust that people will not screw you over just because you know them for so long or you get along so well. Mm, No, separate business from friendship always, every time. Oh yeah, that's actually true. But it's like we have been talking. I just often need somebody to bump my ideas uh, over. It's like you often use the Grey's Anatomy analogy. I like the Doctor House analogy. I need my Wilson. I need somebody who will tell me the right thing to do so I can just go with my crazy idea and do something that I shouldn't to have the outcome that I'm looking for.
I have no one to stop me, so
You have Addie. Addie is your voice of reason.
why I don't want a voice of reason.
yeah,
I'm
no,
crazy.
we have voice of reason for the world, Olga.
Karma is watching her. It's
No,
watching you.
the woman who took my designs and disappeared, they were talking about that. So I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God.
I love House too, by the way, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Now I'm imagining you, Wilson.
Oh my god.
I'm I'm too rude to be Wilson. He's such a polite and good person, and I don't think that we have Wilson in this case in that house. We have only two houses. Ah.
Oh, and that previous question now, I no, you have to post it again. It's gone all the way
I
up
I
there.
don't have my questions because my tablet died, so
Okay.
I can't
And
see
okay, I
anything
posted
anymore.
a new one. I will go back to that later.
I think it was have you ever by mistake put an open pencil marker in your mouth or drank?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
common.
I often drink my paint water,
Yes, me too.
and I often put my, okay, that will be bad, but oh well, it's just three of us here. Nobody will know. Often I have like a freshly made cup of coffee on my desk, and when I'm distracted, I will just rinse my brush. And even if I will realize that I rinse my brush in my coffee and there is more than half of the cup, I will still drink the coffee because I'm too lazy to go and make myself a new one.
I will tell you something. Now it's very trendy to eat glitter, so your poop is shimmering.
What?
Yes, yes. It's, people is super crazy. They are pills full of glitter to make their poop sparkly.
Okay. I have no idea what did you look for in internet to find that fact.
No,
I never checked
it was
it.
Miguel. It was not me. It was Miguel. I promise you. But I always do it because I do that all the time. That I don't know what I'm doing when I put my brush in my water and then I drink water and I was like, oh my gosh, this is
Yeah,
really
it
you
tastes
know? No,
differently.
I have good filters in my how is it called
Tap,
in my
water
kitchen.
tap.
I have
Yes.
good filters, so I think I'm retaining all the shimmer of the sprays, and my pee is still yellow.
You're lucky.
It's good. It's good, no.
When I die in my autopsy, they will open me and I will be glitter inside, all shimmer, like a unicorn.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah,
stuck.
so
Oh my God, you haven't read this, but this is like the highlight.
Oh my god. Hey,
Oh,
yeah, pretty colonoscopy.
what?
Oh, Penny, my god, look at my. Oh my god. I knew this was going to be fun.
yeah, but actually, that's how I imagine. But no worries, people. I will not share that kind of stuff on internet. Like probably never. I hope so. That's why I still keep my friends because if I would have the crazy idea like, hey, oh my god, my poo is full of glitter, I should post it. And I have Marta and Belinda to tell me like, no, just maybe don't.
Maybe the voice of the conscience.
Well, so in that case, if it's Nunu and me, we would encourage each other and say, "Go for it, post
Go for it, go for it. Oh my god.
So I have to watch both of you really closely right now and all the shows. I will remember about it.
I'm trying to read the chat, but I'm completely lost. Yeah, that's it. That's the perfect summary.
I'm sure that 911 call would make into internet.
You are the best show ever. Oh my god.
What Miguel was screaming, he found something interesting there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Just stop doing that! No! Okay, so my husband went to art school, and you would not believe what some kind of people will do to get to get their place and to look artsy. Because for some people, being artists is like actually pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if those boundaries should be pushed or not. They will. Yes. So
And I think, yeah, I'm just going on top, and then, yeah. This, yeah, it does bring a lot of joy to us.
yeah, I'm sure that Tiffany will never have the sparkling toilet problem.
Come on, artifaxi there. Oh my god. Oh yes, we have that. It's amazing. I don't know in your country, but here we have
No.
an advertisement. I think it's from a spray for your bathroom from when you poop, and it was a unicorn, and they were feeling like ice creams in rainbows with the poop of the unicorn. It was super crazy, like completely crazy advertisement. And I think maybe
I
some.
don't know the commercial. They say that I'm in that commercial, but I'm not. I don't know that commercial. So we don't have telly. We have Netflix, and I have Amazon Prime, but we don't do telly.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, we have a lot of that, you know. I will tell you a joke I have all the time with my Spanish friends. You know, uh, in Spanish, poop is mierda. That sounds very similar to media. So some people do mixed media, and some people do mixed mierda. And Spanish is very, very funny. I know it doesn't make many sense in English, but yeah, there are some people doing mixed poop. Oh my god.
I just want to mention that I'm so looking forward to discussing the next Saturday topics. Yeah, that will be a great conversation to have just after that stream. I'm sure that a lot of people will bring up the poop topics and how we
Yeah.
can also tackle the poop topic.
Oh. Okay, well, is there a question up there? I'm going to look. If there's a question up there, I'll just take it.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have to feed my phone because it's losing the battery, but I put it up.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Maybe
I
there's
have it. Yeah, I have it because it's the thing that I wrote in, but I need to be really close. On one day, I will get really fancy artsy fartsy glasses that I would be not embarrassed to wear. But the best thing about my glasses, I took them off yesterday after live stream, and today on the morning, my son, get in the room, and he rarely see me wearing glasses because I think that they make me look old and weird, and I don't like it. But they were on the top, and he was like, "What is it, mom?" And I'm like, "My glasses. Where did you get them from?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? I bought them." Oh, they look like you borrowed them from grandma. And he meant my mom. And that just make me like, no, we are just tossing them away. I will buy a new one. No way.
yeah,
No
that's
way.
the worst thing ever.
No way. No way. That it's a bad compliment about those glasses. And the funny thing is that my mom just got brand new glasses and they look awesome, much better than ones that are lying right now here. And I'm hoping that they will just go away and disappear. Wait, because we had a question and I forgot. Oh yeah, about the clutter issue. I'm still
Yeah.
guilty. I'm still guilty about the thing. At the beginning, it was like we didn't have so many scrapbooking papers, supplies, uh, and things like that. So I was saving each single scrap because they were like super precious. Each single piece of basic gray paper with the nice pattern was a treasure. Even the 1 centimeter stripe, you could make a banner of it or add it to your layout. And I still have it to this day. I have like whole basement full of papers, whole storage in my craft space full of papers, and I don't use a lot of papers, but I still buy it because it's so pretty.
They are nice. Yes.
But I don't use it, and I still save scraps, like maybe not 1 centimeter pieces, but if it's 5 centimeter piece, then I'm like, ooh, I will not throw it away. I can use that. The same with stuff that people throw away or put on the street, like to take. I'm passing by something and I'm like, oh my God, I can alter this. And I'm coming back home with ton of crap from each, walk around the neighborhood. Because,
I
oh my
have
God, somebody wants to waste it. I can do it, nice, artsy. Oh my God. Yeah, so I'm happy to give a lot of supplies to somebody who is just starting because, you know, first of all, it will make space for new stuff that are already coming,
That's the
maybe.
point. That's the point. If you don't have empty spaces, nothing new can enter your life. It's metaphysics.
Yeah, and giving, I like the idea that I will give it to someone who, first of all, will be really excited about it because I would not say that this is junk. If it would be junk, I would toss it away. I feel bad about throwing them away, but I will not use it. But I will not throw it away, but I will not use it. School doesn't want it anymore because I was bringing papers to school and then they say like, yeah, we have enough of papers already, lady. You don't have to bring us more.
I
So
have a
having
problem with that. Like when I was working in this company, making the trips in the desert and that, twice per year, I put out, not in the trust, but to the beneficency or some ONG or something, whatever, all the things I didn't use in the last 6 months, I don't need them. So I put them in boxes and I take them to Morocco and give them to people, the schools or whatever. I used to do that and I still do it. My only problem is with craft stuff. It's not so easy. It's like I, I cannot say goodbye to this paper collection that I never use and I know I never going to use it, but still I want to keep it. So now I'm wondering if I've been moving in a month or two, I don't want to carry all this stuff with me. So I remember last year I already did that with my stamps. I put a lot of like 50 stamps or something in a box for someone who want them. And I think I'm going to do the same. How is that called in English, Adi?
Distash.
Distache.
yeah, this
I'm
says
going to do that. And yeah, maybe some things will be used things and some others will be new, but I don't want to take them with me to the new house, so I will be doing that soon.
but
I
there
think
are still things that I cannot get rid. I have like it's not so much things that I'm attached to personally. I just have some stuff that I didn't have anyone to give them to. I was trying to post because we have a lot of groups when you can give stuff for free in Berlin, but people are looking mostly for household items. That's how we furniture our flat, and that's how we get rid of the furniture if we get new ones coming. Somebody's just coming and picking up your couch, and they just go with it, and you have space. But with crafty supplies, they are so narrow, and so specific that not maybe people want them and giving them to someone, especially to someone who is just starting, you know, giving them stamps, chipboards, some mixed media products, papers, pencils, stuff that I don't use. They are still perfectly good stuff. Some of them are brand new. They just, companies send it to me. And I was like, it's not up for my liking, I would prefer to use something else. And I think it's fine as long as I don't break any rules or deals. I'm not up for selling those things because then you have to sort them and clean them and make it look nice and decent. And it takes so much time. So the fact that, I have somebody who will just grab them, sort them, and enjoy them, it's, it's like multiplying happiness
Yeah.
and
I agree.
creativity and positivity because it will still serve a good purpose. It can spark joy for somebody else, and I will have space to get new stuff that will spark a new joy, and I don't have to get rid of everything. I have like small pile of stuff that I have the first stamp set, like real stamp sets that I bought, and those are tiny robots. You know my style, how often I use tiny freaking cute robots. Like I didn't use it since 5, 6, 7 years. But it's the first one that I purchased, so it stays because it just, you know, I bought it when I was pregnant and I knew that I will have a little boy. And I thought that, oh my God, I will do all those albums. I did one album and didn't use robots, but still, somehow I'm attached to them. I have Prima papers, the first ones that I ever bought, like real scrapbooking papers. I bought whole set. I didn't use them all, and I still have few sheets, and they are staying just to be there. I will never probably bring myself to cut them. But yeah, I have some stuff that I just really, really enjoy. And of course, all Team Hope stuff are staying. No way. I will not departure. No, no,
Yeah.
just
Exactly.
no,
There are things
just
that even if
no.
you don't use them, they will stay forever.
Soon they will be vintage. I believe that soon they will be vintage. They will just take those designs back and they will be, vintage. They will have special value. Some of them are still never taken from the package. So uh, I'm just, it's the investment. I'm just keeping that.
Maybe for the next live is use your stuff which you bought but never used.
I,
Yeah,
in my case, I don't know if that's still usable or not anymore.
Oh my god. Yeah, but this is a good idea actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Use your stash, old stash.
I did
that will be
something
not
last
our next topic because I just cleaned my room and I get rid of all my old
Exactly.
stuff. I have just current one.
Yeah. And I think that's what happened. So for me last year, because we renovated the house and everything was everywhere, that's when I cleared and I realized that's when my actual issue of cluttering stopped, I would say, because I realized there was so much clutter. Like Olga was saying, those mini scraps, um, paper, chipboards, every single thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with all of this? So yeah, I think I've gotten better. I don't hoard clutter anymore.
I would say that I'm getting better, but I think that at least one person on chat will disagree. So I will just not put up myself on those
Yeah,
shady
yeah.
comments.
Olga?
More and more, but with boundaries,
Yeah.
because it's not about me. I since January, you can see much more of real me. If you go to my YouTube channel and you are not up for my real opinions, and I have really strong ones, I'm telling you, I know that. I have really strong ones and they change because in Poland we have the saying that only cow do not change her point of view. So yeah, but some of my opinions are quite strong and I'm sharing them openly. The same is with Instagram, and I have a potty mouth, and I'm swearing, and sometimes stuff just slips. I'm not doing that for on the companies channels on companies' sites. So in this way, you can say that I'm fake because I'm holding it back. But except of that, I'm trying to be as real as possible. But I will never be the person who will share with you like breakfast and dinner and glittery poo experience and all my day because I don't think not like it's not interesting or something like that. But there should be some boundaries and
I
some stuff are private. And yes, I'm sharing the glimpse of my family life, but my son is big enough so I can ask him, can I post it on social media and people will see it? And if he would say like, no, I don't think so, then I would not post it. I don't post my baby naked, like I never did it. And I think that it's not a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to post too much of my son because of the safety and because I'm aware that there is a lot of psychos over there and it's better to be safe. I'm trying not to overshare, but time to time, if I feel like that moment is worth to share and worth for me to remember, because Instagram feed is also like a journey,
Yes.
then it will be online. Most of my crafty slash private life will be there. Like every time when I meet up with Belinda, it's our personal private meeting. But it's also crafty because we are crafting together. So probably we will snap a picture, but we will not put our conversation over there for people to watch like 5 hours stream of us debating over the size of the gears or something like that. Yes, so I'm sharing quite a lot more and more, but trying not to overshare and trying not to bore people with like, oh my God, it's her again with her, I don't know, avocado toast and vegan diet and free this and no that. And yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think
also,
we're quite alike in that topic because to me, for example, this there's no point. Honestly, most of my time is for crafting. It's what I do 90% of the time. But you know, right now there are many things going on in my life, and some of you know that I we bought a house and we will be moving soon and that. And some people is asking me if I will share that, if I will show the studio and that. And I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not that I don't want to share. Not that I don't want you to see it. Is that I feel I don't want people to say that I'm showing off or anything because there's no point. I'm not like that. Um. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm
you
not
know,
the person that
I think that
usually
I,
shares my stuff in social media. Maybe if I'm going to a concert and I'm waiting for you too, I will click. Yeah, but you will see that in the stories, and the next day is gone. You know?
yeah.
but I think that, things like your craft room, um, it depends how you will approach it because yeah, there will be always some kind of bullshit person who will say, oh yeah, she's showing off. But like for me, watching others people spaces is to inspire myself how to organize mine. And yeah, I realized that maybe I have more stuff than some of the other people, but I definitely have less than others. And I don't feel bad by having less, and I don't feel better by having more. Tiffany did like whole series about how to organize your stash, and I watched it not because I want to see how many freaking flowers the girl have and how much she spent for the stencils. Just I was really curious how she storage
Organize
them.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Store.
what's her
Do you know how many
organizing
people?
tip and stuff. So I think that when you set up the studio and you will think that yeah,
I would do
actually, that idea is cool. Then I would be up for watching your crafty space. Just saying.
but you know how some people is, for example, this year in Lindy's Day ask us to do short videos about our crafty space, our studio, how we store our Lindy's. I'm looking at this side because the trolley is this side. And when I post the video about how I store my Lindy's, I have quite a few comments like, "Oh my gosh, you have them all. I'm so envious. You are showing off how many you have." I want to tell you something. Lindy's didn't give me every single of those bottles. 90% of them, I bought them before getting into Lindy's team. So yeah, maybe I should not care about what they are saying. And I have big plans for my studio that I would like to share with you because I think it will be cool. Just for that, not because I want to show off. It's just because I think I'm doing something cool, and in somehow it will be some kind of my art. You know, for me, my studio will be my art piece.
Yeah, because yeah, one. Wait, because now I have too many ideas. I'm sure that you can connect with me in this one because while you was talking, I had like
Yeah, yeah.
10 ideas. Yeah, so first of all, personal, like craft space, it can be very, very personal, um, and, very private thing. On the other hand, with sharing stuff online, I I will share some personal stuff, some not crafty related stuff, because it's not only personal, because my personal stuff, I don't have to share them. If I want to share them with someone, then I will send it to my best friend. I will send it to my mom. I will send it to somebody who cares about it. But if I have like strong feelings regarding some cases and some things that are happening, even if that's controversial or unwanted topic, uh, I will share that because I strongly believe for standing up for my beliefs and for things that are right. So if I think that something is right, I will share that because I think that people should be aware, first of all, about my opinion, to not approach me with some kind of bullshit, because if somebody will approach me with something that is extremely against my personal beliefs, I would be very angry, and I don't like to see bullshit like that in internet. Again, cutting off and deleting people on Facebook, and it's not like super personal. It's just like if you share stuff that I don't care about or I'm totally against, here you go. You can still follow me. I don't mind. I can still talk with you when we meet, but we not necessarily have to be connected in this way. And the thing about buying stuff and showing off, that's one of the reasons why I cut off some of my companies that I was working with, because I wanted my freedom back. Because right now, if I talk about something on my channel, if I talk about the brand, even if I'm the part of the design team, I can stress enough that I'm the part of the design team because I believe in brand. I'm using stuff because I believe in them. Yeah, maybe for some of them I got a little bit better price or something like that, but I still had to put my money there.
Yeah.
If I and I feel that now I can be honest, if I'm buying the product, even if I'm buying them from shop that I'm connected with, that I'm working with, I will be honest with them, like, yeah, I bought it, but it's not up to my liking. And if I don't like something, I will tell people about it, because I think that my followers deserve to know that. And it's not like bashing company, like, I don't know. Let's put it example that it's not true. Like I not necessarily love Lindy's praise, so I will not go in internet and say like, "Oh my God, Lindy's is the shitty company" and stuff like that. But I think that it's fair to say like I'm not the biggest fan of their sprays or sprays in general because I don't use them.
Hmm. Yeah, I
And
agree.
I love Tim Holtz, but I think that sprays are unnecessary. I don't need the stains or the oxide sprays in his line. They don't speak to me except one color. Uh, and I don't think that one color should be the reason that he have the line of sprays. But there are people who like them. But still, I'm not that person. And this product is not working for me. It's not shitty product. It do whatever it says it will do. It just did not work for me. I don't like it.
Yeah,
And I can say it because I paid for it. And I'm allowed to say that I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. It's a good product, but probably for somebody else. So I will put it in my this dashboard.
yeah, I agree. I'm reading that comment of Karen, and I forgot
Can you
to
put it up?
Which one?
uh,
The stuff.
the one that of the stalker, a stalker that killed her parents.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something that happened to me. Um, Before meeting Miguel, I had a relationship with a guy for 7 years. I used to work with him in this company, making the trips to Morocco and that. And he was quite possessive and that. And he became a stalker. So when Miguel and
Your
I, uh, what?
your stalker. Your
Yeah,
stalker.
yes. So um, I have to delete everything on the social media. I have to change my name on all my accounts. I have to change my passwords, my everything. And when I entered the first design team ever, that for me was Little Birdie, that is an Indian company, and they made me sign a contract, and with my real name. And when they did the DD badges, they put my real name, and I was like, no, no way, no way. So I wrote them quickly that please remove that. You cannot put my name out there until I'm sure that he is not interested in me anymore because he is crazy. And
Yeah, because
they removed that, and yeah, so you have to be careful with what
Yeah.
you put out there because some people are just crazy, and maybe you know them or maybe you don't. In my case, I knew him, I know the kind of things he does, how he moves his tentacles and that. And fortunately, he went out of my life, and that is solved. And I can say my name and I can put my name out there. It's not a problem anymore. He moved forward. But sometimes you have people that get obsessed with you for no reason and you don't know them, and it can be dangerous. I'm not saying that you don't have to put anything about your personal life out there, but you have to be careful. You don't need to tell people, hey, I'm in holidays in the Bahamas for 2 months.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that's
Boundary.
just asking to be robbed right now, nowadays.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why, like Olga said, boundaries are so important. Share, but know how much to share. And everybody's talking about this on the chat too. So I want to say, sometime back, I, it blew my mind. This thing blew my mind off because for our Nomadic Soul Diaries challenge on Instagram, there was a query from a person, and she started chatting. She asked a question, I responded. She asked another question, I responded. But that just made me realize that probably she's not somebody who's into mixed media, because her questions were things like, what is the layout? What is what was that? A glass bead or something? Questions like this. And I was like, but if you are somebody who's crafting and who wants to participate in the challenge,
Yeah.
you would know. So it just kept coming in, and something in me, I went, looked at her profile, and I was So she was a 12-year-old girl. Okay.
Yes, we were
And
shocked.
I was shocked because I was like, yeah, I know kids have mobiles these days. I know that. And I know they have social media accounts, but I always assumed that there was an age limit to setting up an account.
There is. There is
There
an
is.
age limit. There is
Yeah.
an age limit. My son doesn't have social media because he's too little. You have to be 16 to have
Yeah. So
Instagram.
how I was like,
And
and then I asked her because, Nunu and me, we were like, what's going on? We were like, wait a minute, do you manage your own account or do is there a parent managing it? And she's like, oh no, it's just me. And then Nunu was like, okay, I'm sorry, it's illegal for us to be talking to a child,
She was
so
so
we're not
shocked
going
that
to
I took
continue this
the
chat.
phone and I told her, okay, we cannot keep talking because in my country, this is true. In my country, I cannot be talking to
yeah,
you late without your parents' permission. So, and she said, okay, I'm sorry, goodbye. She was really nice, poor girl. I feel so sorry and bad, but you know, we were like, wow, thanks God we are us and not some depraved. What is the word, Adi?
pervert.
Depravado. I don't know. I'm going to
Pervert, yeah, pervert.
Yeah,
yeah,
pervert.
pervert
Or
because who knows?
I don't know more polite and appropriate words
Yeah,
for
but
that.
exactly, and so it's very scary. I mean, so that day I was like, why are kids allowed on social media? And more so, I know people who set up an account for their child. So I know a lot of people who have started an account in the name of their child to put their
Yeah, you
baby
know,
pictures and that.
for most of the social media profiles, like for Facebook, if you are minor, it's usually for those celebrity kids who have the fan pages and stuff like that. Somebody who is adult have to put it up and have to manage it. Um, we have the thing because my son is playing online into games, but he knew that first of all we set up everything, so I'm the manager. I know every single email that goes through his uh, inbox. And it's not like I'm checking his private, I don't know, chats on WhatsApp with friends, because I know that he has a lot of colleagues that he talks on WhatsApp. But our first scary moment was when he started to talk with someone, and I hear that he's speaking English, and it's not common that he will talk English about gaming. And I'm like, with whom are you talking? And he's like, with Thomas. He's my friend from the game. So I'm already have like red thing, and I was asking the questions like all the time, like how old is Thomas? And he was like, he's the same age. And I was like, are you sure? Oh, how did you meet? And I was asking so many questions, including like where he's from. And Eric was like, I don't know. We didn't talk about it. And he was like, just leave me alone. Finally, we get the confirmation that apparently Thomas is exactly the same age as Eric, and probably his parents are also a little bit paranoid, and also told him, like, do not share that info with everyone that you are talking with.
Mhm.
Mm, it ended up with my husband playing with both of them, and they were on the chat, and you know even if you pretend to be 12-year-old, when you are on the live chat, you will hear if he's 12 or not, or he's a kid or not at
Yeah.
this age.
Yeah.
Yes, so before we confirmed that, I was going around with like alert in my head, like, oh my God, I'm so careful and it's happened to us. How come? Who is the Thomas? And I was ready to like go to police and come on, somebody's harassing our child. He's messaging him. He's pretending to be a kid. Do something. Go and arrest him. He's somewhere out there, the predator. Yeah, but I'm really, really aware of that because bad stuff can happen really, really easily. And the world is full of not necessarily cool people, the ones that deserve like, a nice slap in the face with a chair.
There are some people out there really crazy, I tell you. I used to, for some years, I used to take care of the sons of one of my friends. She's a doctor, and I was taking care of them during the summer. When I was back home, the little girl, she was always chatting with me in Messenger, that from Hotmail, that old one. And someday she was asking me something, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is not my girl. So I called my friend, hey, where are you? No, we are at the beach. And does the girl have access to internet right now? Because she is talking to me in the internet and she doesn't sound like her. And she was not, no, it's with me here in the beach. We are playing and I was like, okay, someone has her account. Someone has the password and someone is talking to me with some words that a 12-year girl should not say. So, yeah, there are some people out there that are really mad. And it's
Yeah,
scary.
and as we were talking, I want to shift the topic because I forgot to mention that, and any of you didn't bring it up because we are on Nomadic Souls chat. Because me myself will join Nomadic Soul, and I feel so proud that I forgot to share that. Oh my god! And we just went into conversation, skipping all that things.
Yeah,
So basically, that's what we're supposed to start with, and yeah,
we forgot.
We
Yeah,
forgot.
Olga is joining the
yay
team.
for me. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So sorry for change of the
No,
topic.
it's
It's just,
okay.
I
It's
would
better.
forget. I would forget again. I already forget a few times during the conversation to mention that. So yeah. If I will click chat on my cell phone, will it take my camera off?
I'm looking for the link
yeah,
so you
I
can
think so.
all go and check Nomadic Soul Diaries, because as you are all our crafty friends, it would be amazing that you could participate in the challenge with whatever thing you do. Like Adi and me, we pick the winners every month, and it's not always the best word, the one who wins. Sorry.
Um,
Um, so you are most that well more. Oh my gosh, you are more than welcome to join the challenge, any challenge,
and
because
just
we
to
Yes,
have
it's not
it.
like famous people only win. It's it's really fair challenge.
Yeah, and just to talk about a bit, so Olga has joined our design team, and Nunu and me were always thrilled and excited about this fact that in our team on Nomadic Soul Diaries, we have about 50 designers. So we have 50 design team members on an average.
Yeah.
And now,
And
yeah,
they're all amazing, because you know what? We have nothing for them. We have nothing to send them. We have no
yeah,
supply to send them, and they do this because we
of
don't
us,
know, because
because of
they
us, I'd like to
they're
believe.
amazing. Actually, they're amazing. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but because it's fun and because the challenges are fun
exactly.
and they are well thought, because sometimes that's how I started and that's how a lot of crafters starts, and that's how I would also recommend starting. I don't know if my Marta is still on the chat, because if
No,
she's, then yeah, she could mention her experience because she started the same way. I got my first supplies and I started entering all those challenges. First of all, you have a head start. You have a palette, a topic, or a quote, something to start the project with. Because especially at the beginning, it's hard to look at the blank page and just think like, oh my God, what should I do? I want to create something, but I have no idea what. So it's a start point. Second of all, there are always some prizes to win. And it's not always, and a lot of those challenges have very fair rules. Like, if, for example, you are most voted project, then you will win. Or if you accomplish all the points, you will win. And they often appreciate the effort as well as the outcome. You don't have to have only super expensive suppliers to join that.
Exactly.
You don't have to have the new best thing. It's important that you spend the time and you make the project that is super interesting, because you can do something super interesting from twigs and moss and collected items with a little bit of coffee, and it can be like, wow, mind blowing, because it's the creative process that counts. And if you win, you will get a new stuff to play with, and then
Exactly.
again you can enter next one and get better and better and better, and build up your crafty portfolio and build up your experience.
I
Yeah,
agree because I think everybody would agree. That's how most of us have started with challenge blogs, challenge DTs, being a DT in just a challenge blog. And, we've spoken about this before, but when Nunu and I started it, Nomadic Soul Diaries, it was very random, it was very abrupt. It was just because we felt everything was happening on the blog, which is hard for every individual. So let's start something on Instagram where people can just come up, post their creation, create, and that's about it. No fuss. That was our
Especially
idea.
that blogs are
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah, the blogs are dying.
Mine
Exactly.
is mine is dead since 2 years. It was that place that I really like to post on, and
I just update hers this week, and I have like 12 emails of all the updates that she did, and I was like, stop! Don't do it!
Exactly.
I don't update my blog.
I just want to
It's
say,
there, but it's
yeah, I
almost
just want
dead.
to say that some of the girls of the Saturday Club, they are also nomadic. Katia, who is here in the chat, she's
Oh wow!
amazing creators we have, right? And also Tiffany has created for nomadics, and Karen has created for nomadics. And who else? I can't remember. Jessica Larios, yeah. Nicole Palos, they are all nomadic because we have a huge design team.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. Because it's fun. It's for me, it's just a cool challenge, especially that the first one that I will start with is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but in at the same time, because the subject will be out of my comfort zone, but the color palette is so nice and it's so mine. So yeah, it will be fun. And I'm planning to do the videos with that,
Yeah,
because I
great.
think it will be cool.
Yeah, it will
And
be.
and it would be cool to have, to have the idea what to do, because at this stage I have no idea. I'm telling you that I'm thinking about really weird topics and really weird videos and things to do, just because I it's more exciting if it's something new, if it's something different, then it's exciting for me to do it. And yeah, I like to do some kind of videos. I often do the process video, but I feel like then it's boring. It's just me doing again the same thing and talking over. And I watch it after I edit it, and I'm like, oh my God, nobody will watch that. It's again the same thing. And I will put gesso on it like always. Yeah, wait, because I thought that we have comment, but
No, I think
my phone got weird.
Oh, not this one. This one.
No, not this one. Not this one. This one, no, no.
It's not working. Yeah, no. Yeah. So yes, please come and join the challenge. We will have a new one on July the 1st.
we will. Yeah.
What the day is today, Adi? Oh my
Today's
God, we're having the
29th.
winners!
Yeah, we'll pick the winners, don't worry.
You know, this is the worst thing ever. I want to say something funny about this. When we start Nomadic, not this year, last year in 2019, right? Yeah, we were struggling like, oh, we need to approach some companies to ask them for some sponsorship, and it's going to be tough because it's a one year and that and that. And so we were having like 2 3 prizes only, and we don't know how it happened this year. This is crazy. We have 9 prizes from 9 different sponsors every month. And there are still some companies approaching like, hey, can I sponsor a prize? And I'm like, I'm not sure we can pick more because sometimes we don't have so many people participating. And I'm afraid some months we will have more prizes than participants. you know,
Yeah,
for
but
you know,
it will grow. It just takes process, especially that Corona thing. I think that it hit communities and areas like our crafty industry was hit quite heavily because it highly rely also on meeting, on going out there, going for props classes, etc., meeting people and getting to know about stuff. Yes, we have a strong online community, but it's still, at least for me and from my experience, it's still a lot of things is happening in person. I had about really amazing artists, not online, just in person on classes when participants or other teachers were like, oh my God, you're doing such a cool thing. Have you seen this and that from that person? And I'm like, no, I never heard that name. Oh my God, look at her artwork, and they can show me then um, something online, but it often starts with like in-person contact. A lot of my experience, especially, like industry inside experience, is from Frankfurt, where you meet creators, producers, and vloggers, bloggers, YouTubers, as well as Instagram artists. They all meet in this one spot where everything crafty related is happening, and a lot of that experience is still in person. So COVID and cutting it off just kick people off the track, and I believe that it will change and it will grow, and with time it will be
I hope so.
super super popular, super amazing, and yeah, it will happen. Let's just be honest.
No, we did it just for fun, just to have fun, and that's what we are doing, just having fun. So
Exactly.
I think
Yeah,
that's
and you have such a variety of artists because there are people with messy style and with clean and simple style and traditional
Exactly.
scrapbookers and mixed media artists and every single genre and area of uh, crafting is present.
It is, that's true. And in fact, this year we actually had a design team call. So
yeah,
it was massive for us.
yeah, it was massive. And we do something really cool at the beginning of the year. We put in the group for the design team. We put the challenge, the 12 challenge. They can see them. We put a calendar for each month, and they can pick the dates. So
That's it.
we are
Yeah,
not asking you, hey, you have to do this for September or for December or for January. No, you pick the dates you want.
that's it.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that takes a lot of design team pressure because we all know, all here on the screen. I don't know how people in the chat that design teams can be very cool or very bad experience or something in the middle, and it's not always like it appears to be. And I think that it's also depends a lot on person. I'm not like the the best design team member with the idea of design team where they gave you a deadlines and you have to meet them with certain requirements, and everyone always think that it's the best thing. They send you stuff for free and they apply and they take so much on their head that it stops to be fun. It starts to be
Exactly.
like too much. So yeah, I would advise actually everyone to make any kind of crafty decision with thinking about it first a lot, because everything have two sides, and sometimes it's better to actually pay for supplies and just do the thing that you feel than get them for free and feel forced to anything.
And which reminds me, we'll soon be having a conversation about this topic.
Yeah, we will have to agree on that, and we will. I think that upcoming week
Yeah.
we will post something, because conversation like this one and like other ones on more controversial topics in and out of industry are needed, and they are fun. And yeah, and it would be cool if people would like to join and put
Yes.
their 2 cents into conversation, because each one of us will have a
Our own.
different experience and different opinion. And yeah, everyone deserves to have their voice heard. And opinions are like a horse, everyone have one.
I agree.
Yes, it is. Oh my God.
By the way, someone was asking if the
Yeah, that painting
something
behind
behind
you.
you.
The painting behind me, it's Matt's painting. There is a lot of his paintings behind me. It's like whole wall.
Oh wow.
Wow.
There is a whole wall of the stats. This one, the faceless guy, is one of my favorites. That's why he's like on the middle behind me all the time.
Is it acrylics or what is it?
Yeah, unfortunately, they are all acrylic.
No, it's
They're
okay.
pretty cool. Yeah.
I
It's
witnessed.
all acrylic, and they are all a little bit creepy.
It's cool. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say creepy. I would say cool.
Uh,
You know, the
Okay, this one actually is
you
cool.
know,
This
the
one is
most
cool as well.
important of this
Yes,
one, that one is not the face, are the fingers that are like that. That is more disturbing.
yeah, in general, at this household, we are disturbed and creepy and weird. So yeah, we celebrate our freakiness. Oh my God, what he's saying?
He's saying limitations can be good for creativity. Too much freedom can result in locking in a comfort zone, and working against those limitations can bring something unexpected, which is true.
I agree.
Oh my God, don't pretend to be smart. I'm sure you found it in Google.
And and on public demand, on rather on the chat demand, people are asking that our next heart to heart chat should be with Matt. What do you have to say, Olga?
I think you have to ask him. Hey, hey, he's in the other room now. He will be hiding. I can go with the camera to the other room because we are connected with like cables. But yeah, it would be cool, but his input can be shady.
I'm not
You
here.
know what I mean?
Olga, you can be in the team who makes the questions for your husband.
Yeah.
I'm sure that he would not like to answer any of them.
So Matt, everybody wants you, so you got to decide.
Matt, tell
Yeah,
them where are you free?
When are you free?
but his opinions are also quite strong.
Good. I like
And I disagree with most of them.
the things you say.
It would be fun to watch, no? Maybe they'll start debating. It'll be like an argument session.
I think that he's quite fun to talk to. There is a reason why we are together, and it's not only his good looks. I I'm not dressed for the occasion. Didn't wear any. Yeah, his hair is so messy. Oh, come here. You have to move here. I have too many cables. I don't know why I'm screaming because you can hear me through the screen, so I don't
Yeah.
have to scream through the room.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh,
Why
Miguel.
is it big loud?
I will tell you what happened. What happened when Miguel and Nick are together? They
Oh,
are like super quiet, looking at the horizon, chilling, perfectly in peace, the both of them. And Adi and Miguel, we are like,
no, but eventually, I think eventually they started. Like
yeah,
it was after,
talking
yeah,
like for 5 minutes and then silence again. It's not that they don't get along. It's just the contrary. They get along so well that they
exactly.
don't need to talk.
Matt, you have a suggestion there? Paint your eyebrows and come to the
Oh
camera.
my god. Now I'm scared. Now I'm
No,
scared.
no,
Now I'm
Terry.
scared because he has whole makeup in that room. And some of it is crazy, like Halloween brows and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And answering Terry's question, no, Nit is my brother.
yeah. Is her twin that was born 2 years later.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
uh, that's for Matt. Why are you shy? You've been in the chat all along. Hi, Emilia. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining.
because
Hi, Emilia.
he was sitting over there, and he feels safe because nobody see him. And his hair are so messy. I'm hoping that he will at least pop his head in so you can see how messy his haircut can go. But he's ignoring all my messages on Messenger
He's,
because I'm like,
he's,
come here.
he's ignoring the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just ignoring that.
You see Emilia in the chat. She is one of our wandering stars too on Nomadic Soul Diaries,
That's
and
true.
not only that, she is one of our sponsors because she has.
Oh, maybe Emily wants to come up.
Yeah.
Emmy, come here. Do you want to come up and have a conversation? Come on, it's cool. It's only 3 of us. Nobody will know.
Yeah, but you know what the time is it in India, Adi?
12:30.
Yeah, you should be
Or too
sleeping.
much. This is too good. I think it's Rachel, right? R cubed is Rachel, right? If I'm not wrong, yeah. So she
What
asked,
is this? Oh my gosh.
and
Yeah,
Christiana, that's
you
right.
really epic.
What did I miss? Oh my god, it's like the question on Team Host chat when right, we are like 3 hours in. Yeah, so you missed
Yeah, we
everything and nothing.
yeah, we spoke about a lot of things. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
Basically everything.
Show for us.
This is so
Yeah,
okay.
he messaged me like, "Hey, can you give me a recipe of some good pasta?" And I was like, "What?" But yeah, I gave him some good recipe.
Yeah.
He cooked,
And
right?
I asked him, so why did you message Nunu asking her for a recipe of pasta? Like, don't we make? And he's like, no, I think she'd give me an authentic recipe, unlike yours, where you stuff all the vegetables. I'm not eating that. I'm like, okay, thank you very much.
Okay, I have no idea how to join, but maybe next time. Okay, Emilia, next time we will message you and send you the link so you can join for sure.
That's been an interesting conversation today.
It has been amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. Actually, when I see how long have we been chatting, because
3 hours.
okay, to be fair, I don't see the chat. I see only two of you on the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
So I didn't felt like we have this whole conversation. I felt more like it's just three of us
It's chatting.
sitting
Exactly.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was prepared with my comments, but again, the internet just fucked me over, so didn't work.
It was
No,
not
I,
possible
But
I
to
think
follow the chat.
yeah, I'm still trying to convince. Oh yeah, come on, come on. Oh my God, what are you wearing? Oh my God. Okay,
we
so
have a
here is
special
your
appearance.
Right?
yeah. Here,
Hi,
okay.
Mark. Nice to meet you.
We have to share the earbud, so you have to take this one. Okay. Okay.
Okay, we
So
can
here
see
we
the
have.
message there.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see. Yeah, messy hair and the.
And now you messed up the painting. Oh my God. That's why you stay.
Oh, sorry, no.
See, that's why I keep him caged for the most of the time.
That
Yes,
was a
so
very good appearance.
it was a short appearance, but as you can see, his hair are really messy. He looks
Yeah.
like a hippie. It's just I will force him for the next time to sit with us and just chit chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he's always on my chat. Like Miguel is on Nunu's chat, then Matt is on mine, but Miguel do the job and he replied to people on the chat. Yeah, not aloud, but every time when I had a question, he replied in the chat. Yeah, and Matt is just reading it and just commenting things that he thinks will be funny or shady towards me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, so now I can see the chat. No,
Oh, there
I
will be
can't.
match. There is a next time very soon, the coming weekend. Don't worry.
We can
Yeah, and I think that
from the United
I,
States, but the next weekend we will have another. I think the next weekend is 12 or something like
Yeah,
that.
the next Sunday, 12th. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that Sunday we will have Cindy,
Yeah.
and it will be fun too because Cindy is super funny. I have to say, and really interesting because we are going to talk about very different things, and it will be amazing to have you all here in the chat again.
Yes.
And we are going to do something else. We don't know still the day, right, Olga? We are going to have that
Yeah.
chat, and you will be all invited to join. So please brush your hair, put some makeup, whatever you have to do, so you can come in the screen and share
Exactly.
your
Share
opinion
your-
about design teams or your fears or your doubts or whatever you want to say. You are welcome to join us.
yeah,
Exactly.
all the questions, because there is a lot of people who joined our community who just start, and they can have different questions. And I think that if we will be able to uh, collect the whole lineup of artists, then we all together will be one expert on the thing. Because like I said, everyone have different experiences with not only as a design team per se, but also different companies and
Yeah.
different people. So all together we will have a decent brain that can give you a decent input.
I agree.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Olga, for.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. I'm two gin and tonic in because I was a little bit nervous, but it was fun. I shouldn't be nervous.
Oh, I agree. And the design team. Okay, so the design team chat, we're not too sure. We'll figure that out.
Yes.
It will be posted. I
Yeah,
will, we will all talk about it, that it will happen, so everyone can join in live or rewatch stuff. And if you have also, I would personally ask people if you have any questions,
yeah,
concern, crafty industry, and like crafty struggles, artist struggles wise, just try to let know at least one of us, I don't know, on Instagram, on the chat, under on the comments under the video, because it's cool to discuss stuff
yeah,
and to even the controversial ones, because often people do not ask questions because they think that it's unpolite, or people will not ask them, or you shouldn't ask them, or somebody will not answer you, or something like that. But it sometimes people don't speak about things because we just think that nobody would care about it.
Or because
Like,
people have games,
yeah, like the design team thing. Design team thing popped up yesterday when you brought it. Like, I watched the video. I have some
yeah.
uh,
Other opinions.
opinions. Yeah,
Yeah,
I have the other experience, and then on the chat we have like whole thing about it. So it's worth to talk about it, and yeah, I think that everything should be discussed, and if you able to keep it nice and polite, then feel free to join.
yes.
yeah, it's not that we are going to be unpolite, but we all have a different experience and a different truth about it.
And we
So,
want to just share it with everybody so that
yeah,
it's not a limited perspective, basically that.
yeah,
Yeah, because I think that even between three of us, each one of us will is
Exactly.
having
Yeah.
a different opinion.
Yeah.
that's true. So, okay, guys, thank you so much.
Sweet. Thank you
And
so much.
Yeah, it was fun. I had fun, and I will read the chat and probably have more fun.
Yeah. And we always love octopus and unicorn. All
yeah,
time favorite. Yeah.
Especially you with testicles.
Yeah. And the beauty poop.
guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.